from the space city to the world. You are watching NowMedia Television.
Hello and welcome to Peggy's Talk. I'm your host, Peggy Robinson, your realtor and designer. And I'm happy that you're back with me on today. And you know this is our third week into Black History Month. And guess what I did today? I brought a picture of Black History Month. And some of the people, y'all know most of all these people, but I wanted to talk about Black history today about my grandmother. Y'all know I always talk about, the last two times I talked about my grandfather, but this time I'm going to talk about my grandmother, who was a very good influence to me, which I actually told my mom before she passed away. I said, I think I turned into Big Mama, because that's what we used to call my grandmother, Big Mama, okay? And Big Mama used to have us go to church all the time, right? I mean, she made sure we was in church. I mean, she made sure we went to Paul Quinn College. I don't even know if Paul Quinn is still in existence, but I know she used to make us go for Bible study in the summertime. We had to walk across the railroad track with our cousins to go to church, you know. And then my Big Mama, she was always involved in all these conferences. So the reason why I told my mom, I said, I think I'm turning into Big Mama, because at one point I was just going to all these different conferences, like our TD Jakes, Woman Down Lucy's. I was going to Paula White. I was going to anything that had to do with church and conferences. I was making sure that I was there. So I told my mom, I said, I'm turning into Big Mama. So Big Mama was a very good influence to me, and I live my life today still to honor her and keep myself going as I grow spiritually in my life and my walk. But today, not only am I here to talk to you guys, I have my beautiful favorite daughter beside me, and her name is Robin. And welcome to the show, Robin.
Hello.
Robin she don't too much like doing this, so I had to almost force her into come. She's like, okay, Mom, you know, I really don't want to do this. But when she was a little girl, she was a model. Now I don't understand why she don't want to do it, because you won what, Robin? What did you win? First runner-up or?
First runner-up in, I think, headshots.
In your headshots, yeah. And your headshots, well, how old were you? Tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them everything about you when you was modeling, because that's why I was trying to push her. I was trying to push her to modeling because I think she's beautiful, and I know y'all would too. Y'all do too. But tell them a little bit more about you when you was growing up.
Well, I'm Robin McFarland. I'm your only daughter.
Yes.
And I think when I was like 8,
yeah,
she put me into modeling. I went to a neighbor in a neighborhood show. She had a runway show, and we went to support her.
Right.
And then you were like, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, I think I want to try and do it. And yeah, we went, and I got, well, the first day we went in there, I think they selected me to do a commercial.
Yeah, they just took you and just ran off with my baby. I was like, what y'all doing? You remember they just ran you off, and they gave you didn't even have to go through classes or anything.
I did a commercial when Wieners was popular here in Texas. I did all the Wieners ads, back to school commercials, and things like that. And then I went to New York for competition.
Yeah. And you got first runner-up in that competition, and then you was able to go for the summer, right?
Yes, we stayed a little in the summer, and I went on go-sees.
Right.
And it was a good experience, I would say. It was a really good experience.
Yeah, and I had to make a decision, because Robin should have been, y'all, back in the day when they wanted my baby, she would have been blowed up. I know she would have. But I had to make a decision, because I had to leave my boys here with someone living in my house to take care of my boys. And I called my boys, and they let me know that this person wasn't treating them right. And I had to make a decision to be a mother or help do Robin's career. And I went to Robin and I said, hey, would you like to stay? Because we had some in-laws, and I think they was living in my cousins, my family members that lived in New Jersey. So I asked her, would you like to stay with them in New Jersey while I go check on the boys, make sure everything was okay? And my daughter decided to just no.
I don't know them like that, and so yeah.
We gave up her career. She came back here and just decided to just go on back to school and do all the things she could. But I kept encouraging her. You need to do modeling, even as you growed up to be the woman that you are today.
Well, I did some freelance stuff when I got older. But
you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them more about you, Robin.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Because I know you're privacy. You know, she's in this privacy stuff.
I don't
she
know
don't like
where to
people knowing her business. She ain't like her mama. I want y'all to know, this is my only daughter, but she is not like me. She's beautiful, but I have the mouth, and she's more preserved and laid back. So really, just go and tell them about your kids. Tell them about growing up in Houston. Just tell them a little bit more.
Well, my name is Robin McFarland, and I have 3 girls. Growing up, I always wanted a sister. I used to pray and beg my mom to have another baby. Give me a sister.
Oh, Lord.
That she did never do.
I know.
But God has a sense of humor, so
yes.
He did bless me with 3 girls, and I love my girls. They're like my sisters, but they're not. And I kind of try to be their friend, but not, because I need them to know that I'm the mother. But we do have a good relationship. Like, I get to talk to them. We have girls' night. We hang out a lot. And they're like sisters I never had.
And I be so jealous when I go, I see, when I go to Robin's house, to see her relationship with the girls, because they actually give you, they go to make you do their hair, because you do all their hair. You don't send them off. You do their hair for them, right?
Yes, so I did go to school to do hair and realized that was not something I wanted to do. I only like doing me and my kids' hair, so I do their hair, and we bond that way as well. And I teach them how to play in makeup, but they're not really into it, except for the baby, and she's 7, and she loves the makeup.
Yeah, she does. And she loves to come over my house to try to make sure she wanted to get my lipstick. And then I think one day she said she took my lipstick home with her, and she didn't bring it back.
Oh, yeah, she takes lipstick and lip gloss. She loves it. She loves getting her nails done. She tells me, Mom, I want a spa day. I think we need a spa day. So she loves getting her nails done. She's a girly girl.
Yeah, but all your girls are girly girls, and you are doing a wonderful job, you know, because when you was growing up, you didn't like the way I combed your hair. You used to, she actually used to call her dad and go to her dad's house to get her hair combed. Okay, that was kind of embarrassing a little bit, but she felt comfortable going. Then she would sleep. You know how you would sleep when you wouldn't mess up your hair.
I would try to sleep pretty so my hair can last, but I was a kid, so that didn't ever work out. But I don't know. Yeah, he was not good at doing my hair. She would say she can do everybody's hair except my hair.
Yeah, because I actually went to beauty school, and I had to end up dropping out.
I couldn't tell.
I used to do everybody's hair at the church. I used to do sew-ins. I used to do sew-in wigs. I used to do everybody's hair. But you was young, and I just couldn't do it. So you remember when I just made this decision that I went to the barber shop and had all my pretty hair cut off, and so I can make sure you went to the beauty shop. Because as a single mom, I couldn't afford to send me and my daughter to the beauty shop. So it was cheaper for me to go to the barber shop with the boys and make sure my daughter was happy with all her little hairstyles. See how unselfish us mothers can be? You know, because Robin, even though you've been asked many, many times to go back and do your modeling, so will you tell how you are not so selfish, that you mostly focus on the girls? What do you do to make sure the girls are okay first? We just kind of want to do that, right?
Well, it's important to me that I support them in the things that, you know, they want to do as a parent. So I do spend a lot of time in making sacrifices to make sure that they can achieve the things they want, and let them try things even if they don't like it. At least I know that I gave them an opportunity to try.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, not selfish at all. You're not selfish at all. For Robin, will you do this for me? Will you tell me just who in our family. I know you say, Mom, I don't know what you want me to say about Black History Month, but it is Black History Month. So I want you to tell us who in this family, besides me, because I know I influence you as much as possible, encourage you along the way to continue to be this beautiful woman, to have class, and to carry yourself the way you carry yourself.
I would say you and your mother, which is my grandmother. I seen you guys, well, I didn't see her raise y'all, but I know she raised y'all by herself, and y'all turned out to be pretty good. And then I see how you raised me and my brothers, so and I know y'all made sacrifices and things were hard, but I just like that y'all kept going and y'all didn't give up. Yeah, and y'all made the best life for y'all kids, and that's what I want to do.
Oh yeah, and that's why I'm seeing you do it, because when you became a single mom, because you have 3 kids and I had 3 kids, and as I knew how hard it was going to be, and I would pray for you. I know you didn't know. I would say, God, I need you to do it again. You did it for me, do it again. And to see him just blessing you so, I mean, you just really you're doing it. I mean, I'm serious. Look into that camera and tell these single women how it's okay to say, hey, put yourself on the back burner and let's just focus on the kids and focus on your career.
Well, I wouldn't say put yourself on the back burner, because I started having kids young. My first child I had at 19. So it was a lot of things that I couldn't do that my friends were able to do, and a lot of places I had to say no to. But now that I'm older, I'm able to do that, and I know how important it is for self-care. So it's important to me to get my me time, and it's important to me to travel and things like that. And I'm blessed that my kids are old enough now that I'm able to do that, because I didn't get to do that when I was younger. So I would say now I can appreciate traveling and spending time with, myself and getting that time so I can be a better parent to them, because it's a lot.
So it's not like being selfish to yourself.
Yeah.
Because we be thinking that I can't do this and I can't do that. Mm-hmm. But the long run, you see now how your girls, one daughter's already 19.
She'll be 20 next month.
20, wow. One is going to be 20, and the middle daughter wants to be a doctor. So
she's 16.
Right. And then the 7-year-old, we know, she's totally spoiled.
Yeah.
She's totally spoiled, and she knows it too. She's like, well, Granny, what really do spoil mean, Granny? Because it's your fault, Granny, that I'm spoiled. I'm like, okay. So we do try to spoil her, but I'm just glad to see that you a homeowner. When you tell them about your first home when you was what, 20?
I think I was 27.
When you bought your first, 27 or 26, I think, yeah, around that time, you bought your first home, and the girls actually saw you build the home. Yes. Actually saw you build this home. Who is this?
Yes. So when I was 27 or 26, I built my first home for me, and I had 2 girls at the time. So that was an experience, not just for me, but for them too, to watch their mom build a home. And we went by almost every day to see all the new things that went into the home and things like that. So they enjoyed that.
And then you stayed there for how many years before you sold it? And
I would say almost 5 years. I stayed there almost 5 years, and we just kind of outgrown it. It was my first home, and we outgrown it, and now we purchased our upgraded home that my girls was able to help me with that too. So we love that home too, and we've been able to decorate it and make it the home of our dreams, and so they've been enjoying that too. I let them get their input on what they like and things like that, and they like that.
That's good, because I have noticed that you are enjoying being their mother, and I could tell that you act like they're your sisters too, because I enjoy watching y'all. I stayed with you for a little while when you sold my house. Remember when you sold my house? You sold my house in about 10 days, and I had 8 days to move, so I had to come move in with you for a little while. And it was so amazing how I would just hear how y'all would talk when you were doing their hair, because you had gave each one of them their quality time, I guess, as you do their hair, because they have long hair, and they give you, they go online or something. What do they do? Go online to give you pictures?
Well, they show me hairstyles they like, and yeah, I pick it. I mean, I'll tell them if I can do it or not. I try to do it but And then we would do their hair, and we watch TV, and we'd talk. So I watched movies with them and things like that.
And that is so important, you know, because I think as single parents, well, most of us are single women, you know, raising these kids by ourselves, and to build a relationship they need to have without having that father in the home, but to be able to make them feel so secure and so safe, and to make them understand that they still got God, and God, if they got God and they stay focused, like they should, that they're gonna be just fine, that all your girls made good grades and they all are manable, good. I'm just so happy because the oldest one now, she's gonna go ahead and start trying to do what? She's gonna go into movies? You wanna go into movies now?
She says she wants to get into acting. She likes acting. She took theater in school.
Right.
So she does like acting, and yeah, so.
And then she didn't just take she went off to a school, Marlin School, was it Page Parks or what was it?
Yes, she did. She went to Page Parks.
So she's getting ready to start doing, what is it called, Ghosties, or doing a monologue? I think she said something about monologue. Getting ready to do her monologue, so I'm excited about that. And you just did such a wonderful job with these kids. But I want to ask you a question, Robin. What made you become a realtor? Because you also a realtor along with me, and the reason why I became a realtor, because I wanted to be one 20 years ago, and I took the test and I didn't pass it by 3 points, and then I didn't take it no more, okay? And so I waited 20 years, and Robin became a realtor, and then she encouraged me to go back, almost 4 years ago? So tell them about how you became a realtor and why you became one.
Well, I would say I became a realtor. One day I was praying, like, Lord, what should I be doing? I'm 19 with a baby, and I had a dream that I was doing real estate, and I kind of ran away from it because I was scared of just being only commission. I was kind of used to getting paid every 2 weeks and things like that. I knew what I was gonna make, what was coming in, but then I got into the apartment management side, and then I loved it. I loved helping people and qualifying them for apartment, and then from there I did new home sales, and then from there I wanted to control my time and be more flexible because I felt like I was missing so much out of my older kids growing up. They wasn't able to go to birthday parties and things like that because I had to work every weekend. Mm-hmm. So I decided to get my license so I can control my time and be able to, you know, be there for my kids, and my kids don't have to miss out on things. Yeah.
That's good. And so how do you balance work, single mom, raising 3 kids? How do you balance that?
I would say there is no balance. I kind of just go with the flow. Like I just try to be able to be there for my kids. And now, like I said, I have a soon-to-be 20-year-old. So if I can't be there for the 16-year-old, the 7-year-old, I have somebody else that can be there to support whatever it is they need to do. So it's really no balance. I just try to do it all. But if I can't, and I can't be at 2 places at one time, I'm grateful that I have you or my older daughter to step in and to help. So,
yeah, and you know, as your mother, you know, I'm trying to sit back here and not to brag, but I have the best daughter, okay? And as you was growing up as a little girl, I really didn't have problems with you. As a little girl, you was a good girl. I am very thankful that you are raising your own kids, because you know, some of us grandparents, I know other grandparents have to raise their kids, but to see all 3 of my kids wanting to be in their children's life, wanting to be responsible, taking care of their own kids, all of y'all own your own homes. They, you know, y'all just put those kids up front to make sure that they okay, you know. And I just think that's why you're so blessed, Robin. I think, you know, I know you watched me, and I know it probably looked easy, but I did a lot of crying when you was growing. When you first got that first one, remember when you got pregnant, when you had Raven, I was so afraid. I actually left the living room and went to pray because I was like, oh my God, can I just take this pain? I don't know if mothers think like me, but I'm like, I do not want my baby to have to go in this. How I'm going to take this? Because you're still, even though you was 19, you was still my baby. Mm-hmm. you know, and you did such a wonderful job, you know, with her. And I just wanted to say that thank you. I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you. Yeah, you didn't ever get off, you know. I don't know. I can't say to people, prayer do work, you know, because as parents, we be thinking, I don't know what we're doing. Because I went to God. I said, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm a single parent with 3 kids and 1 daughter and 2 boys. And it's already hard that you have to raise boys by yourself. What do? I didn't go to people. I know I had a mom. She raised 6 of us by herself. But I went to God, and I want to say to people, that's one thing we need to do. We need to not go get advice from everybody around you. You know, and I know it's scary and you're going into something a venture you never did before. But it's important to say, hey, God, can you help me? And now we're going to go into a commercial break, and I'll be back with my daughter, Robin.